All right, guys, so let's go over our week of programming for the week of July 26th. So Monday, starting out, pause back squats. Again, pretty straightforward with our build here. So we've got 3 sets of 3, 75%. And then we have 2 sets of, it's written as 2 to 3 at 80%, still on the 2 minutes. So with the 2 to 3, that's just kind of building in a little bit of ambiguity. If you're starting to get pretty heavy on the 80% and where form is breaking down, then we're going to stick around 2 reps. If 80% is still something that's pretty manageable, then we're going to go up to 3 reps for the last 2 sets. If you're a little bit in between, that's something that you should be talking to your coach about. During your class, should I be doing doubles or triples here? And they'll kind of guide you on how we should be doing the back squats on Monday. After that, our lower accessory Metcon. So we've got 3 sets here, doing them on the 4 minutes. We're gonna do 12 banded kettlebell goblet squats. So with that, we're looping the band through the kettlebell and then around the feet. So kind of like a banded dynamic effort back squat where we have the least amount of resistance at the bottom, the most at the top. So just kind of a new and fun kind of accessory piece here with the lower accessory Metcon. So we've got 12 banded kettlebell squats, then a 200-meter run, and then 12 Russian kettlebell swings when you come back in. Those aren't banded. So 3 sets of that on the 4 minutes, 12, 200, and 12. Then Tuesday, we're continuing with our pacing Metcon here. So this is going to go back to the same structure that we used 2 weeks ago. So that 3 sets of 4 rounds, the 90 seconds of work, 30 seconds of rest with the increasing RPE. So the first set of 4 rounds is at 7. Second set of 4 rounds is at RPE 8. Third set of 4 rounds is at RPE 9. If you need refresher, that was the power clean, burpee, row workout. This one is going to be 6 total single arm devil's presses, so 3 on each side alternating. Then it's going to be 6 box jump overs, and then max row or bike, your choice of movement, in the remaining time. So again, same thing here. You get an additional 90 seconds of rest between rounds 4 and 8. So you'll do 4 rounds, a little extra rest, another 4 rounds, a little extra rest, 4 rounds, roll around on the floor a bunch. So use the information that you've kind of gleaned from your own performances in the last 2 weeks to kind of guide your pacing structure here. We should be kind of getting a good idea of kind of what your sustainable paces are, what your red line paces are, how you can ramp your intensity up. This is week 3 of the pacing, so start to kind of use the information that you've gotten from the last 2 weeks to kind of inform your decisions this week. Wednesday, so our kind of classic weightlifting, classic CrossFit day. Our weightlifting is going to be complex work. It's going to be snatch pull, then a below the knee snatch, so squat snatch, below the knee squat snatch, then above the knee snatch plus an overhead squat. So kind of a bigger complex for movements. So we're going to go pull, below the knee snatch, above the knee snatch, overhead squat in that 60 to 75% ballpark range on the 2 minutes. So the idea here is to build technical proficiency in kind of different positions here, kind of work on that hang strength, a little bit of eccentric loading on the way down, and then continue to work on that overhead squat a little bit. And then our classic CrossFit is going to be a chipper style workout. Everybody loves chippers. So obviously last week we did a couplet. The week before we did a triplet. Now we're doing a chipper. So very kind of touching on all the major types of CrossFit workout construction here. So we're going to start with 50 deadlifts, which is a lot, but it's also a very lightweight. So 135, 95, then 50 toes to bar, 35 hang power cleans, then 35 handstand push-ups, 20 shoulder to overhead, 20 bar muscle ups or burpee pull-ups. So this is going to be weightlifting and gymnastics only kind of thing, no monostructural where you can kind of catch your breath or walk on the run or anything like that. So this is going to be kind of a play on DT plus some gymnastics in there. When we're scaling this, instead of immediately scaling the movements or scaling the weight, if you can do, let's say some toes to bar or some handstand push-ups or some bar muscle ups on the gymnastics side, I want you to scale the number of reps before you start to scale the movements. if that makes sense. So instead of doing 50, 35, 20 of a scaled down movement, I'd rather see people do 40, 30, 20 of the same movements. Obviously, we're just scaling the number before we start to scale the movements. Again, if you have scaling questions, that's something where we should be discussing that with your coach. But that's kind of what we have in mind going forward with that particular workout. Thursday, continuing with our strict pull-up strength, the one thing that we're adding in this week is the PVC wrist roller. So wrist roller is going to be kind of this action here to work on some grip strength here. So the way that you're going to do that is PVC pipe with a band wrapped around it, and then the band on the other side has a weight on it, and then pulling the weight up that way. So just building some grip strength with that, and just kind of a new and fun way to do that. Other than that, continuing with similar progressions to what we've been doing. On our running density builds, we're getting up to a mile total, so still nothing too crazy, but a little bit more density here. 4 sets of a 400-meter run. RPE 8 or 9, so looking for a good, hard, consistent effort across those runs. Then you're going to come in, and we have a 6 to 12 ring dips for quality, then 6 to 12 alternating pistols for quality, and then a 1-minute rest between sets. So with the ring dips and the pistols, the idea here is that we're just introducing these kind of higher skill movements under a little bit of fatigue, but still keeping the reps really small and emphasizing the quality aspect of it here. So we're not sprinting the run and then hopping on the rings and doing a bunch of kind of low quality reps. We're going to push the run, but then we're going to come in, catch our breath for a second, move really well on the rings for a controlled amount of reps, hop off, do a controlled amount of pistols for quality, just under a little bit of fatigue here. So that's going to be our Thursday work. Friday, lower strength, 1 1/4 front squats still. So we're going 3 at 65 to 75%. Then we're going 2 doubles at 70 to 80%. And then a final double at 75 to 85%. So giving you a little bit more license to get a little bit heavier on the 1 1/4 front squats. Still doing those on the 2 minutes. Still doing 5 sets total, but kind of bumping up the weight there. And then our gut check workout for the week is a throwback to kind of our, if you remember what Mayhem Madness was, it was kind of like, it was going to be the team games over COVID, and then it got canceled anyways, but there was a qualifier for it. And the first event of that qualifier was 27, 21, 15, 9 calorie row and burpees laterally over the rower. So that's a gut check if there ever was one. Nowhere to hide, no reason to slow down, just row really hard and then burpee really hard and then row really hard again and then burpee really hard again 4 times as fast as you can. So that's our Friday workout, kind of nowhere to hide on that one. Saturday to end the week, we've got our power clean and jerk cycling. So if you recall, 2 weeks ago, we had 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. On the 2 minutes. This week, our progression is we're going to do these in cluster sets. So the first set of 6, instead of doing 6 touch and go, we're going to do 3, drop, rest for 10 seconds, and then another 3 for the first set. And then the 5 is going to be 3, drop 2, then 2 and 2, 2 and 1, and finally a set of 2. The idea here is that by splitting the sets up and having a controlled rest period, that you'll be able to go heavier on your total touch and go sets this week than you were 2 weeks ago. So kind of look back, see what you did, add 5 to 10 pounds to what you did, and that's kind of your goal weight for this week. And then finally, our partner workout. So we're going 4 time, another chipper, 100 double unders each at the same time. So working simultaneously, not synchronized though. And then 30 double dumbbell step overs, split that as you want. Then 100-foot handstand walk. You can do, that's relay style, so 25-foot segments to each, back and forth. If you don't have handstand walking, we're going 10 and 8 calorie ski, relay style there as well. 100 dubs again, 40 double dumbbell thrusters, split however, handstand walk relay again, 100 double unders again, 50-foot double dumbbell front rack walking lunge relay, 100-foot handstand walk relay again. So the double unders stay the same, handstand walk stays the same, and we have increasing number of double dumbbell movements in between those 2 movements. So that is the week of July 26th. Do what you can to stay cool and enjoy the week.